This week, a migrant facility that operated under the Trump administration for only a month in September 2019 is being reactivated to hold up to 700 children ages 13 to 17 throughout the campaign. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris repeatedly spoke out against kids in cages. I feel like this is the same thing and that you're still detaining kids at the border, and it's not meaningfully different than what President Trump was doing.
Well, it's absolutely not the same thing, Megan. We are not ripping children from the arms of their parents. That is horrible and immoral and something we saw in the last administration. But what we're seeing is kids are fleeing prosecution. They're fleeing really difficult circumstances in their home country, and they're coming to the border. And we need to figure out how to treat them humanely and keep them safe until we can find proper homes, family placements for these kids. This is incredibly difficult. It's heart-wrenching, and it's a really difficult decision, but this is the best decision we felt we could make to keep these kids safe and get them into the right places and right homes.
I just want to know, are you or are you not detaining children separately in a different facility?
Well, Megan, this is a facility that was reopened, it was revamped, and it was redone to have these kids in a place where they could have access to educational services, health services, so they could find proper homes. We can't send them directly to families that haven't been vetted. We've seen issues with that in the past. We can't have them all in the former HHS facility because of COVID, and we need to make sure there's safety protocols so that they're not in beds next to each other. This is incredibly
There's criticism
difficult.
all the way around, including from people within your own party like AOC, and I think there's just a lot of people that see this as hypocrisy and that it's just sort of potato. It's kids in cages or kids being separated from their families. Kids are being separated from their families.
Well, Megan, what's important and what we all have a responsibility to do is communicate clearly about what this is and what this is not. And this is kids going to a facility run by HHS. We had to open a new one to make sure it had the safe protocols in order to address the COVID needs and the health and safety needs, because we can't have as many kids in the former HHS facility. That's exactly what we did. But our objective is to get these kids into safe homes with their families as quickly as possible. And we are absolutely not doing what the former president did and what, frankly, the current president and the current vice president objected to, which is ripping kids from the arms of their parents. That is not the policy of this administration and not something we would do.
This week, a migrant facility that operates